Crime doesn't pay, but Scum sure does a great job at punishing you for your virtual wrongdoings by placing you into this savage world of survival. It's a hard game and can be intimidating to get into, especially when you see your metabolism screen.
Holy Jesus. What is that?
But to help you survive and serve your time when you start playing, we've put together some beginner's tips for those of you just starting out on your sentence. Sticks and stones may break your bones, and that's exactly why we want them. The first thing you should do when starting out is search the ground in wooded areas for some small stones, as it'll be with these you'll be able to craft a small stone knife. You can use this for basic defense, but also to start crafting yourself a more versatile arsenal. On top of this, if you cut down some bushes, you can craft yourself a few wooden spears. These will help you keep other inmates, living or dead, at bay, and you can also use them to instantly kill zombies with a well-aimed headshot. The spears are also going to come in extra useful once you manage to start kiting and maneuvering the infected to your advantage. If you're being chased by a mini horde, try to get yourself out of harm's way by bundling yourself through a window. Naturally, the undead will follow your sounds around the building, so try to maneuver them into position just outside of a window so you can poke away with your pointy stick with relative ease. My favourite thing to do is to fling spears, or really any other object, from safety as they claw at me. And a cheeky exploit you can do in this scenario is to recover your weapon through the wall while you stay just out of reach. It's real easy to get wounded in Scum. One long fall, one zombie swipe, one quick slash, and you're going to have a boo-boo you need to take care of. Keep an eye on spare clothes that aren't too damaged so you can tear them into rags to use as bandages. It's a good idea to keep a few on you when you can, and even if you never get hurt, they can be torn up further into strips to be used as rope or used as kindling to start a fire. This might be because I'm a stupid human, or more likely new to the game, but I accidentally threw my best weapon away on more than one occasion. If your bag's full, then you might as well carry your weapon in your hands to save space, right? But if you do anything like climb a ladder, eat some food, draw another tool, you'll naturally drop it on the ground to free up your hands. So if you're carrying a lot, keep an eye on if you've got all your kit, so you don't do what I did and leave your brand new barbed wire baseball bat at the bottom of a ladder. It's a good idea to set up a shelter with some storage, so when you inevitably die, you're not back to the bright orange overalls with nothing but empty hands and an empty stomach. If you're playing single player, you don't really need to worry too much about where you set your head, but in multiplayer, other inmates will be able to loot your storage if you don't hide it well enough. Look for areas that are near points of interest that will allow you to spawn and loot up, but also areas that have decent cover. Try to get your shelter and storage into bushes and don't have them too close. This way, any wanderers happening upon them may not find that AK you've been keeping safe. Scum has a lot of similarities to DayZ, but in the latter game, if you eat human meat, you get brain prion disease, which basically means you shake and become a laughing, mumbling weirdo. In Scum, there is no downside to eating people, at least nothing that's been added into the game yet. So you never really have to be too short of food. You can murder other players or infected inmates to your heart's content, chop them up, skewer them, roast them over a fire, and fill your belly. Unless that's like, morally weird for you or something. This is a bit meta, but despite the hounding cries of fans, Scum does not yet have an Autorun Key, and you'll be running around the massive map a lot. So, here's my solution. Alright, it's not elegant, and there's software out there that will allow you to map an Autorun Key, but this just works, okay? It looks dumb, but you'll be glad you have it, alright? That's it for beginners tips for Scum. If you have any tips yourself, be sure to leave them in the comments below. If we get enough clever ones, we'll make a follow-up video using your suggested hints. Thanks for watching, and if you see me in game, don't try to steal my gear. I'll eat you and I'll put you in the ground, mate. I swear on me mum.